Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first live broadcast for today. I want to remind all of my coaching students that we have a mastermind session today at 1 o'clock. So for those of you that are in boot camp, if you have any questions, something that you want me to look at, let me pop it in the chat window. Okay. We just finished up our third session of boot camp. The third of 4 steps: create, connect, communicate. And so today we're going to be jumping into some accounts and helping people with conversation. Now, when you start talking to someone, and this is frankly the power of a social network, you know so much about the other person that you can pick out in advance the people that, based on what you see, based on what you read, somebody would be a candidate for your business. They have a need. So as we start the process, as you follow the scripts, and remember, we follow the script, but we look at the last message they send to get the next question. So you need to be thinking ahead. Based on what you initially know about what your prospect does and what you learn about them as your conversations continue, you should have an end in mind as to where you want the conversation to go. You identify their need. You pop out the project launch strategy. You use the transition line to move it over. You want to know if they're interested. And if they are, you're not surprised. So now it becomes a question of what do they know about network marketing? Good or bad? We've added, over the last couple of days, an interesting variation of the network marketing script that we're going to be sharing with everybody in boot camp regarding closing. You've got to keep this in mind. He who doesn't look ahead remains behind. In our last session of boot camp, I got a lot of email from folks brand new to the process that thought I was a little harsh with the student that popped on because they weren't sticking to the scripts at all, talking to a prospect who 3 times told them they're not interested in MLM, and yet she just kept going. And sometimes as a coach, you have to exhibit what I like to call tough love, because she's been a student for 6 months. 6 months. Now, when you know about my latest discovery, and we just introduced it last week, that produces 10 times better posting results, you're going to be able to achieve top earner status much faster. Your post can get 10 times more visibility. Your post can get 10 times more likes, comments, and shares. Your posts can produce 10 times more engagement and opportunities to talk to your prospects. This is a breakthrough idea that, frankly, we took a shot at it on Tuesday. Now, we've been talking about using GIFs, the popularity of GIFs, moving images. So when you post something on a motivational nature that moves, more people are going to see it. And we showed everybody where to go to get these. Moving images get higher rankings. So on Tuesday, I want you to pay attention to this. I made a post on James' page. Now, he has regularly been posting static images. So the one on the left, 5 people liked it, and there were 99 impressions. In other words, 99 people looked at it, but 4 people liked it. The one on the right, 294 impressions, 2 reposts, and 14 likes. On the image on the left, 190 impressions, 8 people liked it, 1 person forwarded it and reposted it. 7 people liked it, 221 impressions. And then we posted this, a moving image. And when we looked at it yesterday, it was up, actually 2 days later, 1,270 impressions, 29 people liked it. I was in James' account yesterday, and it was already up to, I think, 32 or 33 likes. The more people that respond to what you're doing. Okay, and let me unmute Carla for just a minute.
Hey, my friend.
Yeah, good morning, Carla. We haven't even started yet, and you're already starting to see, what happens. I'm going to pop into your account.
It's amazing the little changes that whether it be Facebook or Instagram. I've finally changed my picture yesterday, and I had tons of people that reached out, and even though they only did likes and hearts on Facebook, I messaged them all. I went back and went into their Facebook Messenger and sent them messages and thanked them and started conversations, and it was just incredible.
Yeah, and as you go through the process, what you're going to find is that, so you have 1,000.
And I also changed my background picture because I read that in the info last night. So
yeah. And so anything you do.
And that first one was from this morning too.
So every time you put your cover up here. So let's come down here a little further. And so you change your picture 18 hours ago. And look at this. 44 opportunities to talk to someone.
Yep.
17 people made comments, and
in fact, a lot of those, that I hadn't talked to in forever, or maybe I didn't know them, or I knew them from somebody else that I was connected with, and I could just say, hey, how's it going, or whatever, or hey, I see my friend Amy, and would love to get to know you, that kind of thing. Not necessarily blurting out my business, but
no. See, this is the strategy. You acknowledge the fact that they said something, they liked something, they did.
I did.
Right.
I did.
And then you always want to end with a question. So the question is either, what do you do if you don't know them at all? Or, if it's an old relationship, what are you doing these days?
Right.
Okay. Because what happens is when you ask somebody what they do or what are they doing these days, 85% of them are going to come back and ask you what you do.
Yeah.
But that's an opportunity to make them even more curious about what you're doing without talking about it. So in other words, you're did we write that script yet? You know, what your answer when somebody asks you what you do?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was going through a bunch of those. I think I'm up to page 60 of the script book, and there's tons of them in there. And I've got,
So that starts the conversation.
mhm.
And so think about this, okay? You bring somebody into your business, and before they have to call their warm market and maybe get shut down, laughed at, to a point where they begin to question their decision to get into business with you. You're talking to people that you know. I just did a coaching session earlier with Dee. And if we come up here and look at what happened to her, and the thing is, it works with all of you. So here, she changed her picture, and 47 people reacted, 4 comments. Change your cover, 3 people. And here, this is the second time she updated her picture. And again, got more people that she was connected to start talking to. And what you're going to find is that a lot of the people that respond and react to what you do are going to keep coming back. And they're going to like everything you're doing. But once you rule out their potential as a prospect, it's not like you're ignoring them. You're not going to have time to react and respond to everybody. You appreciate the fact that they keep coming back, because the more people react to what you do, the more likes you get, the more comments you get, the more engagement you get with your whatever you post. The Facebook algorithm moves it up to the top of the list, so more people are going to see it. Now, if you have a team and you really want to ensure that your posts get more visibility, what you do is you reach out to your teammates and say, hey, I just made a post and I'd like a boost. So just like when your new recruits post something, you go over there and you love whatever they do. More so, what you're doing is you're supporting those people. The people that are looking at it, they have no idea who you are. All they know is, hey, Mary posted something and there's 47 people that loved it. I need to take a look at it.
Yeah.
So that's a subtle, generic, organic way before you ever start reaching out to other people to get activity. And that's what you want your new people to do. And I did a session late yesterday with
Lorraine.
We talked Lorraine, and Lorraine went through the same training that
we were together. Yeah, we both done the same thing. Now,
and
I had a conversation with her afterwards, and she was asking me about the coaching, and I told her all the benefits, and I said, what we're doing is not working now.
Yeah. Well, and there's an interesting thing, persistence and never giving up is the quality of a successful person. But
I call it the IQ number, your I quit number. And if your number, you can have it, you can use it. If your number is 0, you're never going to quit. And that's for all the people that go, oh, well, I'm going to go into doing a business and I'm just going to give it a year. Well, they're setting themselves up for failure just from the get-go. And you know what? I'm so passionate about health and wellness. My IQ number is at 0. I
Right.
could have given up a long time ago, because you know how long I've been trying to
Oh,
do the same thing over and over and over again and not getting anywhere. And I finally told Lorraine, I said, It's not like it's gone forever. I'm getting this money back and
right.
then some."
Yeah, what you do is you look at it like we talked about. You take all the money that you invested in education, because network marketing is a tremendous amount of personal development.
Yeah.
So, if you went to an Ivy League college to learn business, all that money that you're pouring into your education, you should get back when you pursue your career. So what you want to look at is, if you add up all the money. In fact, I always tell people, add up all the money you ever spent on advertising and marketing. Add up all the money you ever spent on courses, and throw in, my coaching fee. And that's the number that you want to recoup in the fastest amount of time. I was working with a doctor, I think it was 2017, who had jumped into a company called MOBE, MOBE. And they were ultimately shut down by the Federal Trade Commission for being a scam. But people could buy into that business for $10,000, $25,000. He bought in at 50. And all it was a training program. And whatever you paid, it gave you the opportunity to go out and sell. And he was in it for like 2 months, and then the government shut him down because it fit the parameters of a Ponzi scheme. And when we started working together, the goal was to get him into a health and wellness company where people would buy products. And our goal was, before the end of the year, that he would make back the 50 grand he lost, plus, what I charge him for coaching. He made it back in 6 months.
Hmm.
And it's all about who you're talking to and who you're bringing into the business. The other day, we heard Todd talk about how he picked up 1,000 pizza places to clean.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you do that? How do you pick up 1,000? Well, the answer is simple. You connect with somebody that owns 1,000 franchises.
Yeah.
And it's the same way with network marketing. You connect with someone that's in a company. Maybe the company's closing, maybe the company's going through a reorganization. Right now, there are 4 network marketing companies that are either going into bankruptcy, being purchased by outside investors. And whenever those kinds of activities happens, the business opportunity stops. The opportunities, for people to use the products because they love the products, well, that's going to continue. But nobody is going to look at it, hey, I love the products, I want to continue to take the product, but nobody's going to look at it as a business opportunity when there's a cloud over their head. So when you talk to somebody like that, and if the cloud hangs over the company for an extended period of time, then they're going to be looking around for something else to get into. And the beautiful thing is, you all know something that most of these people don't, which is, especially when you consider all the nonsense that's floating around there for training on what to do to be successful in your business. And it looks good, it reads good, but when you try it, and you try it, and you try it, and you're not giving up because your IQ is 0, but at some point in time, you're not giving up on your ultimate goal, but you start to ask yourself, well, this isn't working, so I got to do something else.
Yeah.
But once once you get this, there's nothing to stop you. And the thing that I'm thrilled about for all of you is not just what this information is going to do for you, but what this information is going to do for everybody that you touch, everybody that you bring into your business. You are going to change lives. And I have to tell you something, the feeling that you get when somebody comes back to you and they send you a Christmas card and they tell you, hey, thank you so much because you've changed their lives. That's worth more money than you will make in the next year. And maybe, listen, if money is an issue right now in your life, money is important. But you're going to get to a point in time, all of you are going to get to a point in time where it's not about money. You have an unlimited pool of people that you can talk to, and you're just learning to dance, and you're getting better at picking out new people. But the beautiful thing is you're already connected to people. When I looked at your Facebook, I'm sorry, your LinkedIn.
Oh, I see. Lachelle.
I to be honest with you, we're all connected to people.
Yeah.
But see, now people can't see this now because we hit it. But you've got something like what was it, 20,000?
11,000, almost 12,000 connections.
Exactly. And so the opportunity that you're going to have to reach out and restart conversations with these people is going to be outrageous. We have a coaching session. What is it, on Tuesday? So what we're gonna do is because we were able to put some of the basic things in place. What we're going to do on Tuesday is I'm going to give you some detailed scripts to follow, and then I'm going to show you how to use Sales Navigator to search. And I'm also going to show you how we can get some activity from the people you're already connected to. So by the time, and actually we're going to go back and look at some of the people that reacted to your picture changes. And I'm going to show you how to start conversations with people that will lead to sales. If indeed they are categories for your business. Now, let me come up here. There was somebody that had sent me a message. He wanted me to look at his profile, and he was there, but he's not there now. Guess you have to have a little patience. Okay, so here he is. I'm sorry. Let me come up here and look at Vincent. Okay, let me unmute Vincent. Now let me. Okay, so what I'm going to do, Vincent, I'm going to sign out of your account, my account, come back over here. Wow. And I'll do the same thing on Facebook. Now, the most important thing. Now, Vince, you got to check your email. And you got to give me they sent you a code. So let me know what it is. All right, so Vince, I'm going to unmute you.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, looks like okay. So we got in. Super.
Yep.
Okay. So first thing, let's take a look at now. By the way, I want you to notice, folks, that
You guys ready?
that Vince's Facebook page is different than most of yours. And that's because the toolbar at the top is now over on the left side. Maybe a third of you have this again, this is a new format that Facebook is going through and they're going to change. LinkedIn is making some changes too. So if we look at your profile, you got 506 friends. And so people ask me, what do you do? My response, I teach people how to get what they want. All right. Now, there are different strategies that you can use when you talk to people. Let me unmute Vince again for just a second. So Vince, what are you trying to market and sell on here? Let's come over and look at your LinkedIn too. Now I remember, I think we had a conversation. So you're
I'm a financial advisor.
right, you're a financial advisor. Okay, now. Okay, so now this is this is okay. You got this as a cover, right?
That's right.
Let me give you a better idea for a cover. Come over here. Profile cover. Yeah, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You're a financial advisor.
That's right.
You help people thrive financially. So instead of saying this, people ask me, I teach people how to get what they want. Okay. Well, you help without saying, you help people get wealthy. And and so when you make a statement like this, and actually we're covering up the if we go back over here to your homepage, people can see it's a Rolls Royce. But the whole idea is letting people know, giving people a sense of who you are and how you can help them. Another way that you could do that is, and what's happening now with the economy and the shrinking value of the dollar. I know a number of you are, some of you are in 7K metals, some of you are in some other companies that revolve around buying precious metals. Down here. Okay, so to get rich, you have to be making money while you're sleeping, or you put something up here that when people look at your cover, the first thing they're thinking is they want to know you. Where I had some other ones. Where'd they go? Here they are. So again, wealth is not about having a lot of gold. It's about having a lot of options. So as a financial advisor, again, you have the opportunity to reach out and start conversations with people. Okay, now, depending upon who your ideal prospects would be, and of course, you're all financial professionals have strict rules about what you can do and what you can say.
Of course.
But what you want to do as if you come down.
Okay.
Let me. Okay, so you come down here and you say, see your story here. See, everybody's got a story. And your story would be, so you work for this company. Let's come down here and look at something. You work for this company for 27 years. You're the director of product development. So after 27 years, you left this company. Or maybe while you were here, you taught in a college. And then you started your own business. And realistically, what you want to do is you want to give this a name that maybe you didn't name it. I mean, this is basically you, but you want to give this a name so that, again, it kind of lets people know what you're doing or what you did, and it gives you credibility. Then you go over here and you're the marketing director for a company, and as well as, say you were an a professor here. You know, something that I noticed, where did you go to college?
I went to Rensselaer RPI for undergraduate for engineering. Then I got my MBA at Dowling College, and then doctorate at Pace.
Well, see, none of that's on your profile.
Well, it's in the educational, so I not under experience.
Okay, so let's come back. Okay, education. Okay, now let's go back up and look at your profile. See, you want it to show up here. So you come back down here to education. Okay, and we're gonna come in here and edit it. And let's see. So let's look at this one here. Well, actually, if you had to choose, I would think the doctorate would be more impressive. Although,
Yeah.
so let's come over here. And we come down here and there's a place. There's a place, we have to come back to another part of your profile. And folks,
Is this where I add a section?
No, you've already added the section.
Okay.
Okay, what you need to do. Okay, so we come back to the basic profile. Now we can scroll down here. Okay, now what you can do here.
Oh, show education in my intro.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that puts it up here.
Okay.
Again, this gives you more credibility.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have, in the course of your career, there are certain professionals that are, again, you're not looking for somebody that's looking for work. You're looking for somebody that's successful, that's concerned about the shrinking value of his assets.
That's true. Mhm.
Okay. And so there's a whole series of conversations that you could have with somebody. And let's do this. Let's okay. So
Mhm.
it's all about presentation. Now, once your profile is set up properly, and the last thing we're going to do is let's go over your settings, because most people don't realize, and we're interested in visibility. So your connections are off. People you follow are off. So now we come down here, manage active status. So we want to make sure that everybody can see you. And we come down here to followers. And most of you, when you come over here, have this thing turned on. So you've got your settings right. Now, for example, let's look at what you posted. So you posted this one day ago,
Mhm.
and you got 51 impressions, but nobody reacted to it. Come down here again, 86 impressions. So you're putting these things up there. And so one person liked it. So this would be one person that if you wanted to start a conversation with, you could. And you could see when was the last, so this is a recent conversation.
Yes. Mhm.
All right, so now what you can do, which is something that we talked about. Let's see.
I noticed that my conversations are not the same. If you click on Sales Navigator, you'll see different conversations.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to come up here. Let's go back to your homepage. And what we're going to do is we're going to post, make a post. And we're going to go to downloads. And we go to gifts. And let me find the one. Let me see. So we go to downloads. And the one that we're looking for is
Could you do me a big favor?
okay.
Because I don't want to, he's talking to me now. Get my charger for this up in my desk. It's laying on my desk. Just bring it down. Now I like it.
So we can turn around and we can start again conversation. So let's go and let's take a look at one of your conversations.
Well, the ones that'd be more relevant are the ones from Sales Navigator.
Okay. Right. So let's go over to Sales Navigator. So we can go over here to messages.
I've been trying to follow your scripts.
Right. Okay, but you're using Sales Navigator wrong. Okay. But let's take a look at Lou Hunter. Let's go back over here to the regular LinkedIn. Okay, so Lou is over here. And you're connected with Lou. We come back over here to Sales Navigator. See, when you write to somebody using Sales Navigator, you're just communicating. There's no, your patient, have to agree. So I'd like to add you to my professional network. He would have to go. It's an extra step for him to connect with you. I think if we came down here, you go over here to this guy here. All right, they're connecting with you, but you want to keep all of your conversations over on the other side. So the way you use Sales Navigator is you do your search in the regular LinkedIn. Then you come over to Sales Navigator. And when you bring up their profile here, and then you look them up on the regular LinkedIn, because LinkedIn gives you 50 opportunities to start conversations over here. And after you hit 50, then they're going to charge you for more. If you do it the other way, you could do 100 a week without having to pay. Now, so what you did here, so let's see if Darnell is over here. Okay. Darnell Simon. So your communication with Darnell is not over here. So
Right.
you end up having to jump back and forth between the two places. Now, all you really had to do, let's see if we can get to his profile. Okay, now you're starting a conversation with him. How long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for you? And he didn't react to that. And now, a little while later, you know, what do you do? And this is not an effective way to communicate with people, because you're asking him, so what is it that you do? And
If you click his name, that'll open his profile.
Okay, so here he is over here. The reason I was reluctant to do that is because it took us off the page. So you come over here, you hit the three dots, and then you view his LinkedIn profile. So everything, they got messages over here, but there's no message. So your
Okay.
entire conversation is over on the other side. To keep everything, you want to keep everything here, because if you look at his profile, okay, so he's looking for a new opportunity to grow. Mortgage processing role. All right, what do we know? What's happening in the mortgage business right now? It's going to hell.
Mhm.
So the likelihood, I mean, he might get lucky. So, but according to this, he's been working for Ingram Micro for 11 months. Now he's looking for something else to do. And we come down here a little further as an account executive, AT&T. So his experience, sales, mortgages, you've got his whole work history here. All right. Now, if you're looking for somebody as a client that wants to safeguard their investments, help their money grow, this isn't the guy. If you're looking for somebody that is looking for an opportunity to get into your business, well, there's that possibility. But don't you think it would be better if,
Yeah, I look for both. I look for opportunities to build my team, and I also look for opportunities to build my client base. So
understand?
yes, he would more likely be someone that could be part of the team, part of my team.
And what does it cost to join your business and become a team member?
It's $99 for a background check, and then the company pays for the licensing.
Okay. So yeah, he could very well be a member of your team. However, you asked him, what does he do? And a better question to save you time, because that's what it's all about. You come back over here. Now, he says looking for a new opportunity to grow in a mortgage processor role. All right, that's what he's looking for. But what I wanted to point out to you is, so we know he's looking. What you don't know, if we come down here, you don't know what he does. Because right now he's working. So the natural way to start a conversation with someone like this, and there's a pattern. The natural way to start the conversation would have been, why are you looking for another opportunity if you're working for M. Grand Micro? You're assuming he still works there. He may come back and he may say, well, I haven't worked there for 6 months, but he's not going to change his profile. When you get to the third message, you have to go asking, what do you do, is your general fallback question. But it's not the only question. You have to look at the contents of the profile. If he's looking for work and it shows he's still working, then the question is, why do you want to leave your job? Let's say he left here 2 months ago. Then the question would be, and he's been looking for work for 2 months, then the question would be, why did you leave? Why did you leave the job? If it shows that he hasn't worked in 6 or 7 months, well, and depending upon how long he worked for his last job, the question could either be, why did you leave working for that company after working there for 10 years? Or the question would be, what have you been doing for work since you left your last job? Because there's going to be a high probability. I mean, for all you know, he's working at the desk at a Burger King just so he can get some money coming in, but he's not going to put that on his resume.
Mm-hmm.
You want to ask natural questions based on the contents of the profile. And what you saw was, yes, you are connected to those people on your regular LinkedIn, but there's no record of the conversation. So what you do is you do your search, you bring up the profile on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Then you hit those three buttons, look at the profile over on the regular LinkedIn, and send all your communication, all your messages should be coming from the regular LinkedIn for 2 reasons. Number one, they're going to LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you get 50, and then you got to start paying for them. You go over to the regular LinkedIn, there's no charge. Yes, you have, Carla, you have unlimited searches. Now, and so Carla, what you want to do is every time you send a connection request to someone, you always want to add a message. Okay, always. Okay.
That's what I did. That's what I did with these, but I realize now my mistake, because it was a pain. I couldn't see these on my phone on LinkedIn. I had to download the separate Navigator app on my phone to be able to see them. And you're right, I'm hopping back and forth. But
Right.
what I would do is connect and send a message as part of the connection.
Right.
So, but now I'll do it on the regular LinkedIn.
Right.
Makes more sense.
And another thing, if we go over to your Facebook, let's go to our settings. And Okay, so you got this right. So let's go back. Now, if we come over here to your friends, let's hit the. Okay, all good. Now, something that you should be aware of, which is kind of a neat feature on Facebook, every time you come and look at your friends, the sequence, the order that they're going to come up are going to change. The people that you engaged with or looked at your profile most recently are going to show up at the top. Now, as you scroll down, and you can only have 5,000 friends, but as you scroll down, you're going to see people, or these guys don't have pictures. It's okay. But when you come across somebody that just has a picture with nothing underneath it, that profile no longer exists. Most of the time. Okay, here's one. This one here exists. You still get a pop-up. You don't get a pop-up here, which means this profile right here is just taking up space. So you go over here and you unfriend them, because you've only got room for 5,000. It doesn't matter now, but when you come down here, as long as you can put your mouse over here and something pops up, they're still valid. But everybody can go over here and into your list of friends, and you're going to see people that you're no longer connected to. It's not a big deal now, but when they start to add up, you're going to end up having, you know, this is the kind of thing you do when you're on a conference call. You know, it's one of those things where I gotta be on this call. I gotta listen. Okay, so you come over here and you're paying every attention to what they're saying. Here's another one. So you go in here and you can clean this up. You might do it probably once a month. Here's another one. It's not a big deal initially until your numbers really start to, increase. But I'll bet you if we went down through this list, there's going to be maybe 20 people that don't exist anymore. All right. For the rest of you, here's another one. On Tuesday, we're going to have our fourth session of boot camp, which is all about closing. And then Thursday, a fifth session on the daily routine of top earners. And for those of you that are participating in the retreat, I want to bring your attention to two documents. One is how network marketers catch whales. Now, we broke everything down. There's basically three kinds of whales. We call them insider whales and outsider whales. An insider whale is someone, we got an insider whale and outsider whale. An outsider whale has no direct personal experience in network marketing. The insider whale is someone that has experience and has a large team. And then the last group are orphans. So we break everything down, insider whale, the orphan. Now, there are 10 reasons why insider whales change companies. 10 reasons that companies close. 10 secrets that the top earners know that never talk about. And why you can fish for whales on LinkedIn. We show you how to look for people in companies that are closing. And we have advanced searches. How to actually connect with the whale. And how you build relationships and learn their story. And then the actual steps to bringing them into your business. The other document that you're going to have is the Top Earners 90-day game plan, which is going to show you how to build a business. It's not just about bringing people in. You break 90 days into 3 30-day plans. So there are 4 steps: preparation, pre-launch, launch, and event. This is what you're going to do. Whoops. With everybody that you bring into your business. You get them prepared. You have them commit to you. What do they want to accomplish? Why are they doing this? When do they want to get started? And you're going to provide them with all kinds of information. Then it's about putting your list together. You go over their daily activity. And 3, one of the things that you're going to share with them is the importance of a buddy system. It is very hard to build a business by yourself. You're going to build a team. So this is going to step you through the entire process of building your team. And this 90-day game plan is not something that I discovered, or for that matter, that I even invented. A good friend of mine, Burke Hedges, who was very successful in Amway, collaborated with me, came to me. He wanted me to, we created a program for Amway. And he is the one behind creating a 90-day game plan. And over the years, every company has their own 90-day game plan. So in 2016, I was out in Vegas, and I did 3 network marketing events. And I had a bunch of leaders that came over to me and asked me if I would, they showed me their company's 90-day game plan. And they asked me if I would put one together to show people how they could do it on the internet. Facebook, specifically, at that time it was Facebook and LinkedIn. So let me take a look here. Carl, you're just getting started. All right, now. So here's the deal. All of you can be talking to people every day. People that would naturally be interested in what you do. They would naturally be interested in your business. If you're talking to 10 people a day, Monday through Friday, okay. We're gonna have our mastermind session that's gonna start in about 40 minutes on Sunday night, and on Monday night, we're gonna be doing 2 broadcasts where we're gonna be introducing new material. If there's anybody here that is interested in my coaching program, type coaching and put your phone number in the chat window, and one of my staff members will reach out to you. I only work with 25 people a month. I'm going to be finishing up with 2 people next week, which means I could have 2 openings every once in a while. People decide they want to continue in coaching. So it's subject to them finishing. I think there's one person that is so far along with it that they don't need any more help. So like I said, just put coaching, put your phone number in the chat window. One of my staff members will reach out to you. Otherwise, we'll see all of my coaching students at 1 o'clock in the mastermind. Carla, I'm going to send you the link. I'm not sure if you got it. I'll send you the link to the mastermind. Okay, Carl, the mastermind is a session that I do once a week on Saturdays from 1 to 2, sometimes 2:30, where I work with my coaching students, and we get into prospecting. We get into the actual conversation that they're having with their prospects. We're not covering the fundamental primary stuff. In many cases, we're coming up with closing strategies on helping people close. It's advanced, but it's kind of like extra coaching time, because we'll be in their account, and we're there basically to answer their questions. Vince, I sent one over to you too. Let me, for those of you that want me to send it to you, send me a message on LinkedIn. One last thing. Today is the today is the 5th anniversary of the loss of our son. And last night, what I did was, if you go over to my page, we lit 9 o'clock last night, we lit a candle. And we asked all of our friends. My wife had over 400 people that reacted and responded. Now, everything that you do, and so I wanted to thank all of you that did. Absolutely amazed. We'll be back, like I said, on Saturday night. All right, so I'll be back on yeah, I know. All righty then. Dennis, I sent you one. Callie, I sent you one. All righty, we'll catch up to all of you. Carl, I sent you one.